Hey everybody. Okay, this is a 92 four winds 19 foot boat. Has a Cobra Merc OMC V6, and we're going to talk about changing the lower unit, the gear oil in the lower unit. And nobody ever seems to really explain the whole process here. They talk about doing the lower part, but what about the upper? There's oil all the way up to the top. Now, some of them are two separate compartments, and nobody says anything about this. This one here happens to be one. You got a drain plug check right there, that if you can get that off, and I couldn't. I ended up getting it off with a pair of vice grips so I could check the dipstick and see the oil level. And I had been told this was two separate oil chambers. So, as a lot of the YouTube videos show, let's start at the beginning, and you'll go down to that screw right there at the bottom and take that out and drain the oil. And of course you have the upper screw, which is right there, is the vent screw. So you can take both of those out, drain all your oil, and then start the process of putting your new oil back in. As I said, you got the little pump, and the pump I got was ridiculous because it only went halfway into the quart of oil, so therefore you can only pump a half a quart before you start pumping air bubbles in there. Well, the whole process of filling it from the bottom is so you don't get air bubbles, so seems kind of ridiculous. Make sure you have a long enough pump that goes to the bottom of your quart of oil. So you'll take that pump and it screws in. It's pretty simple. It'll screw in there, then start pumping up until you get oil out the top. Then just be kind of quick, unscrew it and screw your plug back in. You'll lose a couple drops, but no big deal. Also put this screw in first so you got a little bit of vacuum and you don't lose much out the bottom when you put that in, disconnecting your pump. All right, so that's what most of them say and you're done. Well, that's not really true. That takes about a quart of oil, and there's a problem there. You need a lot more than that. So the next thing you do is unscrew this vent plug again and screw your pump in there. Now you start pumping in that hole until you can check the oil up here with your dipstick and see that you finally get oil up on that, which is about a little over a second quart. I think on mine it was like 2 1/4, 2 1/8. But that's one thing I've never seen on YouTube. Nobody has explained it. It is actually pretty simple. So again, just kind of a recap. Take out both plugs, drain your oil, screw your pump on there, fill it up to where you get oil out of here, put that in to cause a vacuum, pull your pump out and put the screw in, then screw the pump in up here and start pumping it up until you get oil at the top. Obviously you need the transom all the way down so it's level and you can check the oil. Right now out here in the covered patio I don't have too much room, so I pull it out, and that's what I did. I didn't realize all that, or I had made the video when I did it. Next thing I ran into were these two screws right here. All right, this lower one stripped out, and of course all the things, oh, you won't, you're not supposed to take some of those out. Thankfully for Clarence, and I don't know Clarence's boat shop, but I had got a call to him, and Clarence is in Sacramento, and he's the master of this stuff and really helped me out. He's like, oh no, those are there, that's just a water passage, just use a Healy coil. And actually that's what I did. I Healy coiled this, drilled it out. Don't got to worry about shavings because it's a water passage. Drilled it out, put in the Healy coil, threaded that back in, and we're all good to go. And at the boat shop I was at here locally, those screws are supposed to be like $7. They don't have them, so they're $45 for those screws. And they're back ordered. Although I did find a couple on Amazon for $6 and $7, especially the lower one that has the magnet down there. So I have those ordered just as backup because mine are getting kind of stripped out like that. You can kind of see they've been turned on too hard. So that's what I know about what I've learned on these things, and it is pretty simple, but I haven't ever seen anybody talk about filling it the rest of the way up, getting the second cord in there, and how to check it or anything. And so hopefully this video helps you guys, and you'll be able to do it right. Good luck.